Hey family, it's Chef Rick, and welcome back to Flavor Lab Wednesday on Unseen Cuisine, cooking without limits. Now, on Monday, we get into how to boil vegetables with controlling texture, timing, and flavor. Today, we're getting into the why. What actually happens to vegetables when you boil them? Why do some get tender and perfect while others turn soft and lifeless? And how do you track all of this using your senses and without ever needing to see it? Once you understand what's happening in the pot, that's when the Unseen Cuisine method really starts to kick in. So let's talk about it. Part 1, water softens structure. Let's start with what boiling really does. Vegetables are built with structure, firm cell walls that give them shape. When you boil them, heat and water work together to break down that structure. Tactile cue. At the beginning, vegetables feel firm and resistant when pressed. As they cook, they begin to soften and you'll feel less resistance and more give. Doneness progression by touch. Firm, hard, raw, slight give, tender, crisp, very soft, falling apart, and overcooked. Your hands will tell you exactly where you are. Part 2, heat and water movement. Now let's talk about what's happening in the water itself. Boiling water is constantly moving, transferring heat evenly around the vegetables. Audio cue, a rolling boil sounds strong and steady, continuous bubbling, not quiet or weak. When you add vegetable, that sound drops. What that means is the temperature just fell and now it's building back up. As the boil returns, the sound strengthens again. That's how you track heat without ever seeing the pot. Part 3, nutrients and flavor. What leaves the vegetables? Now, here is something important. When vegetables boil, some of their nutrients and flavors move into the water. That's just part of the process. Aroma cue. As vegetables cook, you'll smell their scent moving into the water. That's flavor leaving the vegetables and entering the liquid. Taste and texture connection. The longer they boil, the more flavor and structure they lose. That's why timing matters. Shorter cooking equals more flavor and more structure. Longer cooking equals softer texture and less intensity. Part 4, why shocking works. Temperature control by touch. Now let's talk about shocking. Putting vegetables into ice water. This stops the cooking instantly. Tactile cue. Ice water should feel extremely cold, almost sharp against your fingers. That sudden drop in temperature locks the vegetables in place. Texture results. Without shocking, food continues to soften. With shocking, food holds its structure and firmness. That's how you preserve the perfect tender bite. Part 5, cooking without sight. Method and action. Now bring all of this together. You didn't need to see anything. You used touch to track softening and doneness, sound to follow the boil and temperature changes, aroma to recognize flavor movement. That's the Unseen Cuisine method. You're not watching your food, you're understanding what's happening to it. Here's what I want you to take with you. Boiling is balance. Too little time, undercook. Too much time, overcook. But when you learn to feel that exact moment in between, that's when everything changes. That's when you're cooking with precision. Now, if you really want to master this, I break all of this down inside the book and the ebook on how to recognize these changes, how to trust your senses, and how to cook with real confidence. So go ahead, grab them, and start working through it, because once this click, you'll be in control every single time. This is Chef Rick, cooking for every sense, confidence for every cook, and I'll see you next on Flavor Lab Wednesday.